ready. Loop Circus takes you from Mumbai to Mullenville. Around the Twitterverse in 420, Loop Circus. Greetings from the middle of everywhere. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and this is your 420-ish Twitterverse update. Stay with us for this week's once heard, can't be unseen Loop Circus Peekaboo, where today we reveal the true cost of pennies from heaven. In the global view, all eyes are on India as COVID cases and deaths are starting to resemble worst fears. The early lockdown kept India's numbers impressively low at first, but devastated the economy. As the economy reopened, the inevitable spread began. India has already passed Brazil and is poised to surpass the US soon, if not by the time you hear this. In America the Beautiful, the nation is still reeling from the body blow of 2020's first presidential debate. President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden seem to be in solid hands with the relatively reliable Fox News regular, Chris Wallace. You could see the surprise on Mr. Wallace's face when he realized one of the debaters had come explicitly to conduct and dominate an after-school playground brawl. My early assessment was echoed by CNN political correspondent Dana Bash, mine in the form of a tweet, hers out loud.
We'll talk about who won the debate, who lost the debate, but I can tell you one thing for sure. The American people lost tonight, because that was horrific.
You just took the words out of my mouth. You used some high-minded language. I'm just going to say it like it is. That was a shit show.
Fall is creeping up home on the range, and reacting to this week's presidential shit show is fairly predictable. Folks usually given to sharp, sardonic, and equal opportunity critical commentary simply posted things on their Facebook wall like, "I quit," or "couldn't stand the rude." A lot of weary resignation. Of course, regular combatants could be seen duking it out as futilely as always. Very fine people on both sides. Here at the fort, controversy still surrounds the question of everyone masking up in public. A city ordinance is helping as fewer and fewer rebels can be seen in the local grocery stores. Maybe they saw a picture of President Trump wearing his and decided it wasn't such a bad thing after all. Of course, the masking question isn't nearly as fun as the brawl over roundabouts getting shoved up everyone's tailpipes. Never a dull moment here at the final wilderness outpost. Regardless, we'll end up with roundabouts and a few more months of masking aggravation, if we're lucky. And today, our Sympathy for the Donald segment is exactly that. As Americans were sleeping under 2020's harvest moon, looking forward to World Smile Day on the second day of October, news from the White House was troubling. The elusive, mostly mild, occasionally deadly coronavirus finally caught up to the president and the First Lady, despite persistent testing of the entire entourage. We wish the president, family, cabinet, and staff well as they navigate potentially chaotic lines of succession should the president fall under a bad case of COVID-19. 2020, will you please stop sucking? And finally, a perfect storm may be brewing in the U.S. coin minting world as an unintended consequence of the partial Rona-induced economic slowdown forced U.S. mints to crank up full production of the humble penny. Since mid-June, 40% of all coins produced were pennies. Only one problem. Each humble penny cost 2 cents to produce. 7 billion were produced last year. You don't need to be a math whiz to calculate the fucking stupidity. And now you know the true cost of pennies from heaven. Okay, that does it for today. Get more loopy fun from our website, loopcircus.com. Thank you for listening. Be safe, be well, and pay the love forward. This is Ronnie Hayes. Till next time, so long.